enemy. It's shining.
We have to stop Sir...
Don't you think it's about time you
He always treated us Danans with such warmth.
Forget about intentions. We should assume he's the one. It's not surprising to me that there are Renans in Menancia who resent Dohalim. But I didn't...
Yes, I suppose you're right. I guess all of us here in...
Are you going to be okay, Kisar?
I don't know, but I definitely...
Of course. Anyone who tries to oppress others is our enemy, and we'll gladly stand against them. Besides,
I've got a really bad feeling about this.
Bring him down! Dragon Force!
Let's have the win!
I'm on it!
Leave now!
You're done! Sonic Thrust!
No steel can stand up to these kids!
Engaging! Got no iron!
I've got this! I'll handle it!
All yours!
Nothing gets by me!
Pierce through! It's
Do
over!
it!
Fire support! Destruction!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Fiona.
Oh, this looks nice and tough.
Right.
Right.
Looks like some solid equipment.
Look! Another note from the rebels.
If we combine it with the note we found before, then there should be a key inside a cabinet in the office.
Great. Let's see if we can find it. Even if Danans and Renans aren't on completely equal footing here, both sides still cared about each other. And now we have to fight some of those same Renans inside the palace.
Don't forget, we're here fighting to keep what makes this realm so special alive. Don't lose hope. Say no more.
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion. Did that finally get rid of the wall?
To think they would hide it in Lord Dohalim's personal quarters. The nerve of these people.
They won't get away with it for much longer.
That's right. We have to hurry to the Lord's chamber. Let's go.
Well, well, if it isn't the slaves and the traitor. I don't remember giving you permission to enter the palace.
So it's true. You really are the one behind all this, Kelzelik.
I don't remember giving you permission to speak either. Know your place, slave.
Now we see his true colors.
Yeah, a despicable excuse for a human being. Though really, I guess that makes him pretty ordinary, huh?
Kelzelik, you were Lord Dohalim's most trusted advisor. His closest ally. Why would you betray him?
Don't be a fool! I didn't serve him because I wanted to. I expect a mere slave would know, but there are many powerful contenders for the position of Lord. A contest of strength determines the one who will be Lord and undisputed ruler of a realm. There is no choice in the selection. If my master had any ambitions of becoming the sovereign, I would have gladly served him.
But he had no intention of fighting for the crown.
Indeed. Can you slaves even imagine how that looked to the rest of us? Enduring the whims of an ambitionless lord, all we could do was wait for the end as we suffered through our humiliation.
You want suffering? Try being Danon for a day.
So you plotted against Lord Dohalim in secret. And when my brother found out...
And I would do it all again if it meant returning Menancia to its rightful state! A realm where Danons are slaves and Renans their masters. It's the natural order.
Enough! Who are you to decide what is natural or rightful, traitor? Miguel, my brother. He dreamed of building a world free of suffering. He gave his life for that dream. And all you've managed to build is a lake of death! You killed my brother. And now you'll die for it! My brother's dead because of you!
Why should I concern myself with the passing of one pathetic slave?
Have you no shame?
Careful! It has some kind of camouflage!
Here I come!
There you go for the weak point!
Destruction! Severing wind!
Lightning condemned!
Nothing gets by me! It's over! First strike!
all mine!
By the power of water!
Not
Let
today!
the marksman handle this! Here's another! One left!
You're on a roll now! Ready to rip!
Thunderblade! Take it!
Soda!
Help this! Mega Ray!
Mirage!
Lightning!
Go away!
Deathfall!
Take
Lightning
this!
Condensed!
Armor won't save you!
It vanished again?
Listen carefully and keep your eyes peeled.
Here I come!
Great
You're
Hurricane!
finished!
Rip and tear!
Here I come! Destruction! Severing wind! Here I come! It's over!
Lightning orb!
Do
it! Lightning Condensed!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Let me
Take it! It's over!
I really owe you one.
Wind after it!
I owe you one!
Enemies incoming!
Then we'll take them down!
It's over!
Lightning condensed! Thunderblade!
Here comes something strong!
Try to dodge!
You picked the wrong fight! This one keeps taunting us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Got it! I'll leave it to you!
It's the wind! In here! Where are you going? I'll be saving you!
Win!
Lightning
Pierce
condensed!
through!
I can carve through
You're
walls!
mine! You're finished!
All day!
Dragon Shell!
Healing circle! That's my cue!
I always shut him down!
Thunderblade! Gemini Aqua!
Mirage! You're mine!
Not on my watch!
You're finished!
Glimmer Dragon!
Take this!
Know where that came from!
It's over!
Here's a dance in the wind!
Sonic
In
Thrust!
here!
Almost there!
Or close enough. Take it away, Law.
I thought you'd never ask.
Corruption!
You're mine!
By the power of water! Sleep now! I'll be saving this one! Magic is
It's
in!
on! Burn it!
Wind after
You're mine!
wind!
Pierce through!
Lightning condensed!
Destruction!
Thunderblade!
I can carve through walls!
Mirage!
Scream of fury!
Ah!
Burning strike! Water, hear my call! Lightning
Here I
condensed!
come!
I'll finish you right now!
Here's the evil!
Glimmer Dragon!
Now!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
You filthy slaves are despicable!
Your dreams of attaining lordship are no more. Give up, Kelzelik.
Attaining lordship! Ridiculous! Only those who possess a master core can become a lord. What, did you think just anyone could do it?
But then, what were you trying to accomplish with this? Didn't you betray your lord?
Yes, that's true. However, there are other lords.
Other lords? So you mean...
At last, the truth is revealed.
Dohalim, where have you been this whole time?
Cleaning up. Kelzelik, you've made your last of these.
The fruit of Helgen?
It can't be. You found my production facility?
Correct. And I tore it down. But something still troubles me. It's clear that this is no ordinary fruit. Nor was the equipment used to grow it. You couldn't have done all this without outside assistance. Indeed. Something like this must have come from another realm. Tsar, perhaps?
You actually expect me to talk now? At this point, the contest for the crown will be over soon enough. And you will finally receive the punishment you deserve for your weakness.
I've already received my punishment. May this be my final act, as the Lord of Elder Menancia. Go. To Mahag Sar, Ganeth Haros, wherever you think you'll find a suitable lord.
Are you alright with this? He killed your brother after all.
He did. But then I thought, he's nothing more than one common, ordinary Renan. He's not worthy of my time or my anger, right?
So after everything, was the dream of coexisting just a dream?
What is that?
Those are the cheers of the brave Danans who overpowered Kelzelik's forces.
Wait, they challenged the Renans?
Indeed. A militia made up of Danan guardsmen, Renan supporters, and of course, the Gold Dust Cats.
Do we have you to thank for bringing them all together?
Regardless of what your original motivations were, your dream of coexistence saved countless lives. And now, those people out there are fighting to keep that dream alive. That's something real.
Be that as it may, they do so now by their own hands. These people no longer need any lord.
Where are you going?
To put an end to the crown contest. So long as its madness persists, peace will remain ever out of reach. I cannot allow it to continue.
The crown contest impacts far more than just the Danans. You're choosing to fight Lenegus and the entire Empire.
I am well aware. However, if I wish to keep this dream from dying, then I have little choice in the matter. Besides, it's the least I can do.
So you're gonna go out there and make that dream real on your own?
You may be decided on your path, but that doesn't make it any less difficult.
Why not walk that road with us?
Pardon?
You heard me. We're fighting to liberate the Danans. And you're fighting for the people of this realm. I'd say we're on the same path, really. It would only make sense for us to walk it together.
Danan dissidents, side by side with a Renan lord? Not the least intriguing invitation I've received. An invitation which would only be proper courtesy for me to accept.
I'll take that as a yes.
Hey, where'd Kisara go? I don't see her anywhere.
Maybe she just needed some time alone. A lot's happened.
That makes sense. She did just lose her brother after all.
We ought to keep moving as well. So long as there are lords who draw breath, we have a mission to complete. Kisara's a big girl. I'm sure she can handle herself. We should hurry on ahead to our next destination.
I guess you're right. And it is a lot safer here than it was. What do you think, Dohalim?
I am not sure I have the right to say anything as far as Kisara is concerned.
Fair enough. Well, I, for one, would like to say goodbye if we get a chance. Let's keep an eye out for her as we leave.
What's Kisara going to do now?
I'm sure it's complicated for her. What's this thing?
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
Hoo-hoo! 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 Hoo-hoo!
Where did Kisara run off to?
You don't think she took off after...
No. Miguel entrusted her with his... Right now, I think she just needs time to think. What she does from here on out is up... Hoo-hoo! Hoo! Hoo-hoo!
Looks like we've spotted one of Hoodle's friends. Do you sense one of your friends, Hootle?
You all arrived here from Cislodia, yes? In that case, you should depart via the south gate, rather than the one you arrived through.
After all that, Kisara never came back to see us.
I'm surprised she slipped away without us noticing. Where would she even go? I hope this place survives. You think the Danans and Renans have a chance of getting along? We didn't really do much to change things around here, did we?
This realm had its own walls to overcome. And in the end, it was the people themselves who decided to break them down, without any help from us. I hope they keep going. I really do.
Yeah, well, if you say so, I guess. Huh?
All right. I leave command of the Gold Dust Cats in your hands.
You've got nothing to worry about, Kisara. I'll do your brother proud.
Looks like it's time to go. Take good care of Zare for me. All right, Legil?
You've got it. Stay safe, Kisara.
Did you come to say goodbye?
Actually, I was wondering if you could use another companion.
Huh?
Well, we certainly don't mind you coming along. We just figured you'd stay behind and help rebuild. These people could use you.
I thought much the same thing. However, in the end, something changed my mind. Ever since Miguel died, I've been thinking a lot. About where I went wrong, what I should have done differently. You know, that sort of thing. It's true that our dream of coexistence saved many Danan lives, but we were naive and short-sighted. I was so wrapped up in my idea of how things should be that I didn't see the problems that existed right in front of us. I thought we had been given a utopia. And so I never bothered to look too far past its surface. I chose to be ignorant. And because of that, because of me, my brother...
Miguel's death wasn't your fault, Kisara.
Perhaps you're right. But in the end, it was me he entrusted this dream to. I learned that nothing in this life is free, or gained without sacrifice. Now that I know that, I'll just have to figure out what else I don't know.
So, decided to join us?
I have. And hopefully I can continue to protect Eldaman and Sia from outside the dream world, for the sake of those still inside.
And here I thought you joined for an opportunity on my life.
In all honesty, I'm grateful to you. I truly am. I don't blame you for what happened. But I must also leave your service. No longer will I be defined by protecting a Renan lord. From now on, when I fight to protect my dream. All I ask is that you do your part, that you fight alongside me, not just for those who used to believe in your dream, but for those that still do. Dohalim.
I understand. I'm no longer a lord anyway.
Well, this crew just gets bigger and bigger. All right, where to, team?
We make for Mahag Sar, the Valley of the Four Winds.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
Mahag Sar. That makes 4 out of the 5 realms that I've visited now.
I wonder what kind of lord we're gonna find there.
It doesn't matter. If they try to get in our way, we'll take them down and that'll be that.
There's something in the water. I didn't realize there was a pond here.
Yeah, this is Taka Pond. And it happened to have saved my life once upon a time.
What do you mean?
As a kid, I survived life under the past lords by escaping here when I needed to. It's terrible to swim in, but great for catching a bite for dinner away from Ren and eyes.
Bear in mind, our rations back then weren't enough to live off of. You had to take matters into your own hands if you wanted enough food to survive.
But how did you catch them? With your bare hands?
That might take a while. Fish are prone to swim away at the first sign of trouble.
I'd put bait or a lure on a line and use it with a fishing rod.
You must not be familiar with fishing if this sounds new to you. Here, let me show you how it's done.
Wouldn't it be easier to simply use astral arts to catch the fish and be done with it?
That misses the whole point of going out to fish. Looks like I lost it. Ha! Time to try a different spot. we go. I'll catch something bigger next time.
Nice work!
And that's all there is to it.
Wow. It seems like you need a Kisara? I think...
Oh, sorry.
Looks like we're going to be here for a while.
That's how fishing goes. You wait for a bite, and then the...
Miguel told me that different fish live in different regions, and you...
But that doesn't change the fact it's a giant time sink.
Of course, each fish has its own unique flavor, too.
When you put it like that, maybe it's...
You're just in it for the...
I was hoping we'd get to fish during our travels. And it just so happens I made sure to grab my brother's old rod before I left Vicente. So, if you ever feel like fishing when we've got a little downtime, just let me know.
Good to hear.
Okay!
I'm always amazed what healing arts can do.
Just doing my job. No need to thank me.
Hey. Is it just me, or have those two barely spoken a single word to one another?
I know, right? But after everything that happened with Miguel, is it really any wonder?
Kinda puts a damper on the whole journey though, huh? How long do you think they're gonna keep this up?
If it bothers you that much, why don't you ask them?
Why do I have to ask?
How come you walk together like that?
She really doesn't beat around the bush.
You mean Kisara and myself?
You hadn't noticed? You've been practically joined at the hip ever since we left Vicente.
I guess it's force of habit, most likely. I was always ready to protect him, should the need arise. It sort of came with the job description.
Right. From being in the Elder Menancia Guard. Although, Dohalim's pretty capable of defending himself, isn't he?
Having guards doesn't necessarily mean the one being guarded is weak. No one's perfect all the time.
Even so, it's not like they're entirely wrong, Kisara. You're no longer in my employ, after all.
I don't know. I mean, if it's what she's used to and you're both comfortable with it, then who are we to judge?
But she doesn't serve him anymore. It isn't normal for her to keep following him around like she still does.
You know, she's probably right. And a lot has changed over the last few days. I guess it wouldn't hurt to rethink our relationship in light of the new circumstances. Perhaps I'll give it some thought, after all. Does that sound all right by you?
Of course.
You might want to stop asking his permission for every little thing while you're at it.
Sorry. It's not that easy, shaking off old habits. I'll probably need a little time to get fully used to it. I've noticed that sometimes we come across enemies who fight like you, and try to dodge our...
I hate those guys. I can get some hits in when they move into attack, but otherwise they slip past damn near...
If what you're seeking is a way to more reliably hit them, there is a solution.
Try to outclass them on reflexes?
I possess the ability to command Earth elemental beings to some extent. They emerge as the land itself and take root on my command. They will swiftly bind the enemies, at which point you can dispatch them.
Huh?
What he means is that he can make plants grow to hold the enemies in place. At least I think that's probably what he's saying.
I'm glad at least one of us understands him. So basically, if we find an enemy that likes to dodge, we should let Dohalim handle it.
I shall do what I can within my modest means to help.
I'm amazed how easily you can move such a giant
Really?
It's really reassuring to have someone like you protecting us, though.
You know, I guess I never realized it before. But looking back, I've always been the sort to put myself in harm's way to protect those around me, even before I joined the Eldermen and Sea Guard. So in a way, using this shield to keep you all safe feels like it's what I was meant to do.
You don't need to worry about protecting me.
That's okay. It doesn't matter if you do or not. I don't protect people because they ask me to. I do it because I want to, and because I think it's the right thing to do. That goes for you too, Dohalim.
Me?
Yes. You see, you and I both want the same thing. We have the same goal. That means it's in my best interest to continue to protect and keep you safe as well. Even now.
I'm not sure how much protecting I'll need either, but I appreciate the thought. I'm sure you'll do us proud, Kisara.
Right. You can all count on me.
You can never be too prepared. But did we have to spend so much? Why are you looking at me like that?
That armor you wear is standard issue for the Menancian Guard, right?
Originally, I've added some flair to it in a lot of places.
I noticed, especially with that open back.
We guardsmen pride ourselves on never showing our back to our enemies. It's my way of making myself live up to that. Plus, it makes it that much lighter and easier to maintain.
Dohalim, do you have anything to say about this?
Every guardsman is allowed to wear their armor as they see fit.
And you, La?
Huh? Why are you asking me?
What was Kelzalik even—
Isn't it obvious? Clearly he wanted the throne for himself, and was gonna have his goons
He had to have known he couldn't hope to defeat a lord. He should have run while he had the chance.
Maybe he thought he couldn't run? Either way.
So he got desperate and decided to go—
One might argue that he was another victim of mine, in a sense.
Huh?
There is no greater calling in life to a Renin than the crown contest, yet I refused to take part. The shock he felt at that must have been truly immense, enough to drive him to revolt, even though doing so meant defying Renin hierarchy.
I know I've said this before, but Danans and Renins wouldn't coexist.
But that was no lofty idealism on my part, nor do I feel any pride at what occurred.
Spare us the pity party. You literally just joined us to uphold those ideals.
Shion?
No, she is absolutely correct. I shall speak no more of my misgivings.
Hell yeah! There's no way you can complain about how this tastes!
Dohalim, care if I hang out for a while? You worried about what's going on with Menensi?
What makes you think that?
Well, you were speaking to Kisara.
It's rude to listen in on others, you know.
Sorry. I didn't hear what you two were actually talking about, though. I just figured it was Menencia.
I am but a former lord who has abandoned his post. I'm no longer in a position to lead the realm in any capacity, yet Kisara still seeks out my opinions, knowing full well that is the case. This despite the fact I am—
Couldn't it be precisely because you're not her master anymore? It's natural.
I hadn't considered that
It's funny what you miss sometimes.
Hardly uncommon among artistic types such as myself. When lordships are decided based solely on one's astral energy, it can lead to funny results.
But even so, you still took your job as lord seriously, didn't you?
Certainly. I learned to perform my functions. However, I was less interested in ruling, so much as avoiding life and death decisions. Of course, such a mentality in the end led only to sickening pain and death taking place elsewhere out of sight. I pretended not to see or hear any of it, content to let our supposed peace and equality keep me blind and deaf to reality. I was a fool.
But you're making amends.
I would like to think so. The path ahead is dark, yet I still walk on. I merely pray that I shan't fall down any holes along the way. We'd best get ready for tomorrow. Shall we get moving? Something feels odd here. Be on your guard. All right.
There's nowhere to run from my heart.
When he slows down, back to our camp.
It's like trying to connect with a wall!
Take this!
Lightning orb!
Can't get out of this!
Lightning condemned! Thunderblast! Give it a whirl!
It's time!
I'll finish you here now!
To the wind!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Prepare to be sealed, though. Actually, perhaps the sound is more appropriate.
Let's talk in more duel.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Take this!
Talon Sword! Dragon Sword!
Light after energy! Here's the evil! Freeze laser!
Dragon Step!
No further!
I'm just getting started!
Lightning condemned! Flame of fury!
Dragon Swarm!
Strike!
Can't get out of this!
Glacial Spear.
Here's the Sword!
Freeze laser! Now!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
See that? That training's paying off! Prepare to be
Lightning orb!
Can't get out of this!
Raging
Dragon
cascade!
Swarm!
Seal! Do it! Get on there with the others!
Mirage!
Gemini Aqua!
Sword Rain Alpha!
More with that!
Got some interesting moves there, Dohalim. I'm glad.
I'm simply glad to hear that I can make myself useful to you all. Huh?
What's wrong?
We seem to have come across some rather unusual objects.
What, you mean that pile of garbage?
No mere garbage, I assure you. Still, I've never seen anything shaped like it before. I'm intrigued.
Are you curious about this stuff, Rinwell?
Yeah. I think he might have found some old Danon relics. They look like the remains of a bunch of objects that disappeared after the Renans first invaded.
And yet here I am, holding them without so much as a second thought. I imagine the sight must be unsettling to you.
Not really, just that it must be nice to be a Renan who has time to indulge in stuff like that, unlike the rest of us.
Are you interested in this stuff too, Dohalim?
Charmed may be a better turn of phrase. I simply love objects that can give me a sense of what their maker was thinking, the history that went into their creation. You see, we Renans have hardly any such objects that trace back to our distant past.
I still don't understand what you two find so intriguing about it, though.
Why not? We're talking about our own culture here.
I get that, but it's not like this stuff is any use now, does it? It's just old. Real old.
Oh, but it does. Holding it in your hands like this, one can feel and engage with the distant past in a way no history book can ever accomplish.
I'll take your word for it. Well, seeing as it's Danan history, just make sure you're careful with it. All right, Dohalim?
But of course. That treasure. What a sweet-sounding ring it has.
You really think so?
A hard-won victory.
Visibility along this path will remain limited for some time. Take care not to get ambushed.
I'm surprised you know the terrain here so well. Lords don't strike me as having much time for wandering in the woods.
Sometimes I would take strolls along here when I wished to be alone.
You always did have a bad habit of disappearing without telling any of us guardsmen.
This will be a delicious piece of cake!
Dragon Form! Sword Lane Alpha!
They got me flanked!
Demon Fang!
Airborne beast!
You're
My
mine!
special!
You're finished!
Mega Ray! I got it!
Dragon! You got fire!
In a bind?
Let a marksman handle it! Take this!
All yours!
Do it!
Thrust! Dohalim! In an instant! Impact Clock!
Well, looky here!
It's so hilly around here. I can feel my feet getting blisters.
That's mountain hiking for you. It can be pretty tough if you're not used to these sorts of trails.
I take it you're comfortable with them then?
Oh yeah. We used to run up and down these slopes all the time for our training exercises.
Damn. You weren't messing around.
Gotta break through!
I can carve through armor!
It's over!
Far enough!
Dragon Swarm!
I'm not so good with airborne
Eat dirt!
targets!
Eagle
Now!
Fly!
Annihilation!
You're finished!
Flying freak! Why can't they just sit still?
Sia, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
Do it!
You're mine!
Air thrust!
I wonder if we can make new weapons with this.
Right, here goes! Here I come!
Getting
This
wind after
Wind!
energy! Lightning conduct!
You're mine!
Steer it
Thunder!
Leon!
Through escape!
Annihilation! Graviton
Take
field!
this!
Pesky airborne scoundrel!
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
You're mine!
An astral art?
That's my cue!
Damn it! Shut him down!
Take
this!
Glacial spear! Pierce evil!
Sword Lane Alpha!
No further! Anything in armor is all mine!
You're mine!
Do it!
Still!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that thing.
Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted to say?
Dragon Form! Burn! Dragon Form! Take this! Dragon
I
Form!
can carve through armor!
I'm ready!
This one's mine.
Okay.
Now!
Seems about right to me. That equipment should come in handy.
More Danon ruins here too, I see.
What were... people even thinking back then? Trying to build anything around here.
Maybe they just had that much time and energy on their hands.
This will be a delicious piece of cake!
No! Here!
Now,
Dragon Form! First strike! Severing Wind! You're on!
Now we're not.
No escape! It's over!
far enough! Here's the evil!
Can't get out of this!
I'll finish you here and now!
Freeze laser!
Take this! You're off! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
This is barely target practice.
Then why bother fighting them?
Because I certainly won't run away from a battle.
I sure have built up...
An opponent like this should be easy.
You're mine! Thunder Blade! Into the shadow!
I'm on it!
Shining Supernova! Get now! By the power of
A comfortable win.
There.
What's this place here? Some kind of old house?
I don't know about that. If I had to guess, it probably served as some kind of shrine.
Through these lands, most verdant green, my eyes alight for sights unseen. In Menancia, pure and pristine.
What is it you see exactly?
That's not for me to say.
no further!
I'll take you all on!
Dragon
Here I come! Dragon Form!
Bullseye!
I'll smash you!
Lightning to
Soaring
death!
outburst!
Thunderblade!
You're mine! It's over!
Watch it!
Lightning to
Here I
death!
come!
Thunderblade!
I'll tear you apart!
Dragon Swarm!
First aid!
There you go!
Soaring Alpha!
Feel like me again!
Severing Wind!
Flame! Dragon down! This one's
Double
mine!
Demon Fang!
Reload! I never
on the home stretch now.
Don't take your eyes off the prize.
I'm quite aware without you reminding me.
You're finished! Can't get out of this!
Now!
Dragon Trigger!
Astral energy!
Say no more! Got it!
Well done!
You're mine! Dragon Swarm!
I can't lay a finger on it.
I prefer that.
Just watch and see. This should make for some good weapon crafting material.
I found some equipment.
Let me take a look at it.
I just noticed none of you other Danans have spirit cores. Why is that?
Both of my parents were part of the resistance in Calaglia. In fact, my birth was kept a secret from the Renans.
Mine too. We always lived in hiding, so I never had...
What about you, Alphen? You were a slave?
To be completely honest, I'm not sure why I don't have one. All the other Danan slaves around me did. I was the only exception. They tended to keep their distance from me to avoid attracting any attention from the soldiers, because of my mask and all. And what about you, Kisara? Do you still have your spirit?
No. I was able to find a good Renan doctor who's sympathetic to our kind, and had them remove it before I left. They did such a great job, the procedure didn't even leave a scar.
One of the benefits of
I know that once the spirit vessel was shut down, there wasn't much need for me to hurry. But still, I didn't like having that mark of servitude lingering on... It may sound a little strange to hear me say this, but... I'm just me now.
This sure is one rugged...
Why spend energy fixing that? Repairs require time and effort, which in our world means slaves. For you, it may be a simple request, but that can quickly become another's difficult burden. Nobody gains anything without someone expending effort.
And you know, somehow that someone always ends up being a Danan, while the Renans are the ones who gain.
True enough. Ideally, in a perfect world, I think it's only fair that the ones who need it should be the ones to...
However, when doing so could be dangerous like it is here, there are many who would prefer that it be others who risk...
So, what you're saying is that people will just put up with the inconvenience until...
Indeed. And it is those who can no longer bear that feeling that inevitably take action. Much like the Danans in our group do so now. As strange as it may be to hear such a thing from the likes...
It's true that most of the Danans in Calaglia have been resigned to just accepting things as they are. Still, we can't just...
What are you making that face?
Nah, just regretting I ever said anything.
Will be a delicious piece of cake! Don't mind if I do! Lunar
I'm not
Blast!
done!
Lunar Blast!
Eagle Fly! You're
Lightning Orb!
Dragon
Whoa,
Swarm!
hey, when did it start?
Eat this!
We are freaking invincible!
Alphen and the others truly are strong.
What about me? Shattering the pieces! Attack time!
Quite necessary when creating weaponry. has it been since I last went this hungry?
That big tower over there?
Judging by the stench, I'd say the animals at the ranch are... They're all grown now!
There are still so many creatures we don't know about.
Have you been writing stuff down about what we fight?
Yep. It's actually pretty fun to observe them from afar.
Hey, that actually came out pretty...
Mind if I join you, Law?
Hmm? Oh, Oh, hey, Alphen. What's up?
Nothing. I was just surprised to see you weren't...
You know I don't literally train around the...
Do you? It seems like you're training...
Well, yeah. It can't be helped if I want to get stronger. Still, it's important to...
Zephyr said that?
When I was a little kid, yeah. I would get so excited whenever he came home. I always followed him wherever he went and tried to learn as much from... He said, it's good to be passionate, but don't overdo it. Just like there are times when you want to take a break from studying, I was always rushing around and forgetting to rest, so he ended... It's nothing to get sad over. Still, I can't help but wonder if that... Then again, I wish I'd had more time to talk to him about this. See you guys tomorrow. You guys ready to hit the road? I know I am.
Guess I misread the landing. Not this way, I guess. This way, I guess. Not this way, I guess. Together, that wasn't even a problem.
Well, we're on the home stretch now.
Don't take your eyes off the prize.
I'm quite aware without you reminding me.
I'll finish you here and anything in order. Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! See that?
That training's paying off!
I'll be safe.
Let's refrain from losing.
Still thinking about...
That obvious, huh? Except I don't think I'll be... Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to stay his servant. However, I am going to treat him... For as long as I can remember, I've spent my life protecting others.
Which in the end pretty much means doing his...
Actually, I've been thinking about how I ought to act around...
Oh?
When I set out on this journey, it was to rid Eldaman. I'm grateful to you all for letting me tackle...
What are you talking about? You know how to hold...
Is it, though? Sometimes I wish...
Oops, sorry about that. Jeez, I'm famished.
Now that you mention it, what do you guys normally do for food and meat?
What do you mean, what do we do? We find stuff to eat and eat it. So long as it's meat, I'm not fussy.
Eating what you like can be good for morale in the short term, but...
Does that mean eating vegetables?
Isn't that
It does. Which I guess hasn't been happening up till now.
Yeah, to be honest, we could be...
Understood. In that case, I'll just have to make sure you're all staying healthy and eating right myself. Fortunately, I happen to know a thing or two about cooking as well.
You hear that, Law? Sounds like you'll be eating...
What is it?
No, sorry, it's just... I was just...
It will do her good to have a project.
No, not Kisara. I meant you. Was there anything you wanted to add?
Me? Certainly you're not looking to me for culinary skill, I hope.
Typical Renan. Leaving everything to someone else.
Rinwell, I don't think...
That said, should you need my skills on the battlefield, please rest assured I have no intention of shirking my responsibilities, regardless of who we may face.
I'm sure no one doubts that. Listen, guys, if we're traveling together, we should probably at least try to make an effort to get to know one another, don't you think?
I wouldn't get your expectations too high in that regard. Believe it or not, sometimes I'm not sure I even know myself all that well.
Something wrong?
Not exactly. I was merely thinking about you two and yours.
Etiquette?
Indeed. To be quite frank, I find your lack of manners to be nigh intolerable.
That's not being frank, that's being and forget it. Do we really need to talk about this now?
Yes. I find such impropriety on your parts to be deeply unsettling. It concerns me greatly.
What do you want us to do? We were slaves. We never got to learn how to be proper like you.
Yeah, what he said. Maybe you missed how we were just focused on surviving.
Perhaps, but Kisara here demonstrates that it's quite possible for a Denon to learn proper manners.
That's because I was given the opportunity to learn. Moreover, my duties as a guardsman required it. Not every realm is like Menancia, as you well know.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair to hold us to some other city standards.
Exactly. You've got to remember what it's been like for us living under the Rena elsewhere.
I will concede that you do indeed make a valid point. It would appear, for all my espousing the virtues of equality between our peoples, I was still looking down on the two of you.
You don't need to beat yourself up. I wasn't that offended by what you said, man.
Nevertheless, I shall mind my words from here on out. Having said that, I do believe you two would still benefit from learning the basics of proper society. I would be more than happy to teach you both when we camp out, if you like.
Yeah, no, I'll pass. Acting all prim and proper isn't really my style.
If you say so. How about you, Law? Would you like to learn? Although I suppose my first task is to reform your attitude toward the idea of good etiquette.
You're not gonna let this go, are you?
Hey, let's stop for a minute.
What's up? You already tired?
My armor's pretty heavy. I think I need a little rest.
I second that. All of this walking is starting to take its toll on me as well.
What? You don't look it.
We can't spare the time. There's places we need to be. Mahag-Sar's capital, Niez, is our destination right now.
But if one of us collapses, it will only serve to slow us down. And in your case, Alphen is the only one who could carry you. Best to rest while you have the opportunity.
Enough already! I need a break, so we're taking one.
I don't need you fretting over me.
Fretting? Hey, it's not like I'm...
Been looking for you.
For me? Why?
He's tough.
Who are you? You said you were looking for me. Why?
Beautiful, precious life.
What the...
That is all I desire.
Then why are we fighting? Who even are you?
Now you see what I can do!
Try hard not to care!
Talon Hurricane!
Into the wind!
Here I come!
Let the
You're
mark
finished!
stop.
First strike!
Where are you going?
Dragon Swarm! Who the hell are you? Bastard!
This guy's not normal.
It's unbelievable.
You mean he even surpasses a lord?
Raging Blast!
Take
in here!
Good job! Dragon Swarm!
The other.
Ignite!
Show me your strength.
I can do this all day!
Take this!
My energy! Steer into the wind! Reload! Feel!
Dragon
Let's get you all the way!
Dragon Dragon Swarm!
Here, let me help.
Lightning Orb! By the power of one! Mega Ray! Wind Astro!
Is that all that you've got? Very well. Then die. A wretch like you? Till next time.
Shion, wake up, please!
Alphen?
Shion!
Thanks, but you're kinda crushing me.
Sorry.
It's okay. And so am I. It's not as bad as it looks.
Not bad. That's... Shion, we thought
I'm
you were...
fine. Really.
What the hell were you thinking?
Well, you were trying to protect me too, you know.
Yeah, but I have the sword. It's different.
It's not different. Besides, Never mind. It's nothing. Anyway, thank you.
But I didn't... Look, I'm just glad that you're...
Alphen?
Sorry.
That guy said he'd be back. I think maybe we should get moving before he returns, right?
Rinwell has a good point. We need to go. Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, I already applied some healing arts to it. It didn't even leave a scar.
But his sword went nearly straight through you.
I'm all right. Unless I've turned into some kind of ghost and I'm haunting you all right now.
No, I know you're not. It's just...
Look, I appreciate you looking out for me, but I'm fine, really.
There was also that strange light that appeared when Shion was stabbed. It seemed to make the enemy retreat when he saw it. Alphen, do you have any idea what it might have been?
A light? I don't know. I was kind of preoccupied with other things at the time.
Now that I think of it, between that light and the blazing sword, just what sort of person are you, Alphen? Can you use Danon astral arts like Rinwell, perhaps?
He wouldn't know, Dohalim. He doesn't have any memories from his past, remember? Besides, we should really be getting out of here.
I suppose you're right. Forgive me. We've almost reached Nias, the capital of Mahag Sar. With any luck, we'll find a place there for Shion to rest.
Hey. Are we in the right place? This place looks like a mess.
Yes, this is Niez, the capital of Mahag Sar.
I don't see any signs of people. And the buildings.
Yeah. This doesn't seem like the kind of place people would actually live.
No soldiers, no Danans, not a soul to be seen. Yet look at these facades. This is clearly a Renan district.
Hey, check out that drawing on the castle gate. That's the Darkwing's crest. It's from an old Danan legend about a hero who defeated an evil king with a torch and their trusty owl. That's his crest. I'm sure of it.
Really? First time I'm hearing it. So if someone drew it on the gate...
It must mean the Renans have lost control of the city.
Are you suggesting the Danans rose up and defeated the Lord here? Hard to believe, but not entirely unthinkable, given the evidence.
Let's look around and see if we can find someone. They might be able to tell us what happened. This is horrible.
Is there truly no one here?
All of these ruins look like they were made pretty...
But if that's the case, then where do you think the people that used to live here went on?
That's a good question. Even if the Danans rebelled and managed to...
This debris... Do you think it could be the work of Renan astral arts?
Perhaps, but the appearance of these ruins is rather uniform, which leads me to believe otherwise.
Hey, Rinwell. That story you told us about the Dark Wings. It said that the...
Yeah, that's right.
Then there might be some truth to that old story after all. It looks like all the rubble here had been scarred by flames.
Let's not jump to any conclusions just yet. If we can find someone around here. Dohalim, you forgot to take care of the fire yesterday.
What do you mean, take care of? Ah, yes. You meant to put it out?
Yep. If it stays lit, we could end up in real trouble real fast.
I see. I apologize for not realizing that. I shall be more careful in the future.
The way he's talking, it's like the thought of putting it out himself never even occurred to him.
Moving on, Dohalim, I should mention that the clasp for your cape is about to come undone.
Oh yes, I tried to fix that myself, but it simply refused to cooperate with me.
I can't believe I'm hearing this. Are you telling me Renans can't even dress themselves?
Lords like Dohalim have attendants that take care of just about everything they need, so I'm not surprised he sometimes struggles with the basics.
Even by those standards, you've got to admit this is still a little extreme.
Shionna's got a point. I mean, you don't see Renans like her needing so much...
In my case, circumstances forced me to learn how to be independent. Even so, I still think
Well, specifically speaking, what would you suggest that I learn?
For starters, I think it'd be good for you to learn how to dress. And put on shoes. How to comb your hair is equally important. And learning to manage your possessions better. And then from there...
She sounds like his mom rattling all that.
Oh, and another thing. About your owl, Rinwell.
What is it?
When he starts to molt, would you be willing to give me his old feathers? I think I could find a use for them.
What do you intend to do with those?
Well, recently, I haven't been sleeping well. However, I hear pillows made from owl feathers are very comfortable and wish to make one.
This is why I hate you, Renans!
Did I say something offensive?
Next time, put your own needs aside for a second and think about how someone might react first. Then consider if it's worth asking at all.
How are you holding up after that last fight? You're not too hurt, are you?
I'm fine, really.
If things get too tough out there, go ahead and fall back. I can take a beating if I need to.
I'm not here just to stand around and have everyone protect me.
I get that, but there's nothing wrong with admitting you have weaknesses too.
Do I look like I'm just trying to put on a brave face to you?
I can't feel pain, but you still can, can't you?
Look, I appreciate you're trying to look out for me, but even you go down in fights from time to time. Please, stop trying to babysit me.
It's not that. What are those out in the valley? Windmills? They're huge.
They're most likely used to harvest wind astral energy, so they have to be big.
All of you, stop right there! Don't move!
They have us surrounded.
Who are you? Where did you come from?
You first! Show yourself!
I'm the one asking the questions here. Don't try anything funny. One wrong move, and I guarantee we'll blow you away.
What are you...
My name is Alphen. I came here from Calaglia.
Alphen? The wielder of the blazing sword?
Getting pretty famous, isn't he?
Here is my proof. Will that suffice? Or do I have to burn down one of those houses to make my point?
No need. I believe you. I'm Beifong, of the Darkwings. Sorry for threatening to blow you away. We're still hunting down the remnants of the enemy forces, so everyone's more than a bit on edge right now. Please forgive me.
Remaining? Wait, you mean you already took down the Lord of this realm?
That's right. We took her weapons and turned them right back on her.
Are you the Danon leader here in Niez?
Nah, I'm just one of the commanders. Deadeye's the one who runs the show. I'd be happy to take you to him. Just one problem. The Renans. Seems the rumors you were running with them were true. You do understand, right? I mean, we only just liberated the city from their kind. Everyone's short on trust. And for good reason. Especially Deadeye. I think it'd be best if those two waited outside.
Not going to happen.
I don't think it's a good idea for us to split up. It's too dangerous.
Then it's on your head, friend. Our base is that way.
You could have left me behind, you know.
This isn't just about you, Dohalim.
Ah, yes.
I guess even after you beat the Renans, your work's only really just begun, huh?
Yeah. This place seems like it's got a lot of issues to fix. Not this way, I guess.
So you're Alphen, are ya? Thought you'd be bigger. Huh. Guess the armor beefs you up a bit. You've got a lot of people talking, you know. But in this town, I call the shots. You play by my rules here. Just remember that. Gotta say, I didn't expect you to run with a gang of women and kids. Those other lords must have been real pushovers, huh?
Seriously? Are you this rude to everyone you meet?
Don't interrupt me, you brat. Didn't your parents teach you any manners?
What, you?
So you're the one who took down the Lord of this realm, huh? How'd you pull that off?
We just swiped the Renan's explosives. And then we blasted them all to hell and back.
Explosives? That's a pretty bold approach. But how'd you manage to avoid hurting your own people?
I didn't, that's how. But the chance to take out a lord was worth the sacrifice.
And the Lord? What did this sacrifice earn you?
Unfortunately, we couldn't manage to finish her off. But now we've really got the girl on the run.
She ran? A lord?
Yeah, the lady was just a coward. She had a whole lot more bark than bite, that's for sure. She's probably hiding off in a hole somewhere. But not for long. We'll find her and drag her right back into town. Then she'll get what's coming to her.
I wouldn't be so sure. She may run, but she'll never go quiet.
Shut up, Bright Eyes! I would have run you through already if you weren't with the blazing sword here.
The whole reason you're fighting is to free the Danans in this realm, is it not? If so,
Shut your
then—
mouth, witch! That's enough! If you're really fighting for us Danans, why keep these bastards around? Why haven't you killed them already?
I'm not going to kill these bastards.
Whoa. Is that the case, huh? Then tell me the point of this show.
They're my friends.
Friends? Renans are Renans. The scum-sucking bastards who've been draining our souls for 300 years now! But you know that. Maybe it's 'cause you and that little lady are friends and more.
Son of a... You'll pay for that!
That's enough! Deadeye, you know that was completely uncalled for.
All of you, get the hell out of my realm! And don't ever come back! This is Danan's realm and it's ours, understand? I call the shots here. And I make the rules. I do, Deadeye, leader of the Dark Wings!
Yeah! Deadeye! Liberator Deadeye! You are the true leader of this realm! We're not afraid of any Bright Eyes!
It's only a matter of time before I throw every last Bright Eye out of this realm!
The Dark Wings! The Dark Wings rule!
Hey, wait up! Told you so, didn't I? You should have left your Renan pals outside.
You don't agree with him, do you? I could tell by the look on your face in there.
That's how things are with him. He loses his temper, then I step in and calm things down.
Better you than me.
If that's all, I think it's past time we were going.
Look, I just wanted to apologize for what Deadeye said in there.
At least somebody's got some manners around here.
He didn't used to be like that. But, well, that's what losing most of your loved ones will do to a man. He may never forgive the Renans.
It's a little ironic how indistinguishable his manner is to that of a lord.
Hey, Beifan? Deadeye mentioned the Lord is still on the run. Any ideas where she might be?
We looked all over, but found no traces of her. We heard some rumblings about activity in Estaluva Forest, but that's it.
Estaluva, huh?
Wait, you're not going after her, are you? Certainly won't win you any favors with Deadeye.
This isn't Deadeye's war, and we're certainly not fighting it for him. Besides, it's like Shion said, her type isn't going to go quietly.
Hey, it's your funeral. Don't say I didn't warn you.
We'll be sure to keep you out of it. Before we set out, though, is there anywhere around here we can rest?
Sure. Building at the end of the road, opposite side. It's all yours. We use it as temporary lodging, to house people who don't have a new place to live quite yet.
We're not going to run into any trouble there, are we?
Rumors of a certain fiery sword have spread fast. I doubt anyone will be eager to give you guys problems. And here's where I say my farewell. You're on your own, but good hunting.
Before you go, how come you don't hate the Renans as well?
Oh, believe me, I've got my bone to pick with the Renans. Just not with two of them I've never so much as laid eyes on before.
Let's head on over to that lodge. We'll figure out what our next move is there.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hootle?
I feel like somebody's watching us.
What? All right. Hey.
Yeah!
Good.
All right!
In trouble here.
Well, let's see what they have to say.
Oh, yeah? How's this? Great!
Yes. Hey.
Good.
Really? What?
Yes!
All right. Right.
Really?
What?
Huh?
All right.
Yes!
Over there!
Huh?
Yes!
All right.
Yes!
Huh.
All right.
By the by, Shion, if you don't mind my asking, would you be willing to share what sort of clothes are currently in fashion on Rena sometime?
Sure. As long as you call me Captain.
Sir, yes, sir, Captain Shion.
I was just joking. Kinda has a nice ring to it, though.
I get the feeling Deadeye's signed up to be a rebel. Heck, he's no better than a lord.
I know. How could he use
And yet, despite the toll of his actions, if anything, they may well consider him a hero, which would say...
Still, I don't think this is as simple as saying the good guys won.
Yeah, I don't either. Deadeye might have managed to drive the Renans out of Niaz, but that doesn't make the way he did.
A victory that's earned by throwing away the lives of his own... I can understand that the Danans here are standing up against their oppression, but that doesn't mean they have to humiliate all...
I'm perfectly able to stand up for myself, Alpha.
But you shouldn't have to be, Shion. That's just... What I mean to say is, when you've been a slave for so long, it's easy to accept that's how it should be because it's all you've ever known. I don't think that's fair. For me or for you.
I just don't know. Deadeye managed to drive out a real live Renan Lord. But he's got an attitude worse than any angry Zoogle. Plus, Niaz is an utter ruin.
The Renans are powerful. And because, however, when you take down one dictator only...
If it'd been Zephyr instead of Deadeye, I don't think things would have turned out like...
Rinwell!
Yeah, I think so too. Zephyr did things different. When you do that, you...
To be honest, I don't know what...
Law.
The whole thing feels weird in a way. It's a weird kind of feeling. Deadeye and my dad are two very different men.
The city is liberated, and yet the air still hums with...
Hums?
Yeah, none of this sounds like music to my ear.
You don't need instruments to play music. It can emerge naturally from...
You seem to care a lot about music, Dohalim.
Have I not mentioned it? Before I was a candidate for the lordship, I had my heart set on the life of a musician.
You?
Indeed. Music enriches the world around us. I trained day and night to hone my art. Words could not describe my bliss, as my notes carried with them the sights and sounds of nature. Forgive me. My loquaciousness can get the best of me at times.
Don't apologize. It's interesting hearing what Renan culture...
Even though the Renans...
Personally, I was interested in the music of Dana as well. The fact that generations of lords deemed music to be of no use to their slaves, and outright forbade the ownership of instruments, is lamentable. Not that my words can undo the damage already done.